Welcome back, everybody. So this is saying it's just over here, but of course it's through a wall that I cannot get through. I don't know how to get over there. Alright, this is say go around, go this way and down the steps. Through this door. Over to here. Take these steps up. And, I mean, it's saying I have to go through there, but this door's blocked too. I mean, it's the only place I haven't really combed a lot, so I guess go down here. See if I missed something down here. Is this it? Is this the place I want to be? I think I finally got it. Holy crap. Don't ask me how. The benefits of just keep running until you find something new?
Unexpected.
Incoming! Wow, not even a scratch.
Maybe the last survivor? Is that what that was about? Alright. Okay, it's up there. It took so long to go in here. I am okay. Yeah, take that fucking bar off. This one too. Stay up here though. Alright.
Last. I'm not sure what the right is. All I know is the decision's final.
Well, I haven't made a decision yet, so I hope it didn't just pick one or the other beyond my thing. Alright, so we have to go back to the master control terminal, which should be right through this door over here I opened up, right? Oh, this main terminal. I was looking for the other one.
Once we do this, there's no going back. Hey, mister? Look, I know you want your power regulator and all, but I just gotta ask you. Do you understand what you're about to do?
Oh, I sure do. But I wouldn't mind hearing your opinion.
I don't think you should cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel. I'm sorry. That just sort of came out all at once. Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate hardly ever sends replacements. There's barely enough Saltuna to fill our bellies anymore. But the town's got some good people in it. Decent, hard-working folk just living their lives the only way they know how. They don't deserve to be punished.
The deserters are a community. I can't just destroy what they built.
Miss McDevitt's built something beautiful. Somehow she's talked the ground into giving life again. It's plain to see she's made the Vale a better place. Fed the hungry, tended the sick. Gave a home to those that had none. But Miss McDevitt delights in Edgewater's suffering. She wants to hurt the town. Do you really want to be party to that kind of hatred?
Yeah, but Reed tells me Edgewater's gonna die without workers and powers anyway.
Well, that sure sounds like Mr. Thompson. If he was standing here, I imagine he'd remind us of how we're all one big, happy Spacer's Choice family. In Mr. Thompson's eyes, those deserters are still part of the Spacer's Choice family. The family must work together in order to survive. I hate to say it, but I think Mr. Thompson's got a point. Unless those deserters come back, Edgewater's as good as dead. Cutting off their power might be the only way.
So, if we kill the corporation, the cannery shuts down, nobody has work, then the only place they can really go is over to Adelaide, which is a free society, built to survive on its own without a corporate entity over top of you. However, if we do that, the corporations might be a little pissed off and they might send in troops.
Sorry, I didn't mean to babble on like that. I felt like I had to say something.
No. I appreciate your opinion. I do like hearing from you.
Really? I mean, wow. Thanks. No one's ever told me those words in that order.
And that's why I'm going to cut the power to the cannery. Because you shouldn't be that starved and feel that beat down. So how are we supposed to do this now? All three switches have been flipped. You should now be able to redirect the power. So use the terminal. Redirect power. Continue. Redirect power to Edgewater. Redirect power to the Botanical Laboratory. So you know what? I came here on the hope of starting a colony. The corporation abandoned us, left us out floating in space. What do I owe the corporation? You are starting a colony right here. I say, screw them. Redirect the power to the Botanical Laboratory. So now what? Retrieve the power regulator. Spacer's choice reputation decreased. Well, yeah, I can understand why. And that's what I think about that. They abandoned our colony ship, so I'm abandoning them for people with wanting a fresh start. So let's go over into our journal here. You diverted power from Edgewater to the Botanical Lab. Edgewater and the cannery are now without power. You should be able to salvage their power regulator now. Reed must be furious. Yeah, Reed could kiss my ass. So let's go to the map. And we'll do a fast travel to Edgewater. So now I need to go to the cannery. Let's hear what people are saying.
Just gotta keep our heads up.
I don't know if the power's ever coming back.
Carry on.
So here's the cannery. Everybody's standing around.
Maybe Adelaide was right to leave.
Desertion is a criminal offense, punishable by hard labor.
Are we getting paid or not?
Any loss of productivity will be deducted from your pay. Oh, it's you. Reed told me I should be expecting you. He's inside.
Alright. I am not interested in talking to Reed right now. I gotta figure out how to get downstairs. Where the hell the doors are at? Why can I never remember this place? There we go. Okay, this is not turning out quite well. The doors are sealed, you sumbitches. Alright, let's just go face Reed then. If I choose him... Where's he at? Oh, well, I found the stairs down.
You want to know what gets my bile churning? Edgewater has suffered a cavalcade of disasters. Plague, marauders, desertion. Then you wandered in town. And I was so damn sure our luck was starting to turn. I never knew how right I was. Just answer one question for me.
Be happy to.
Why'd you do it?
Yeah, I don't owe you an explanation.
You're right. I put the fate of our town in the hands of some feckless transient. This is my fault. And all Edgewater's paying for my mistake. Whatever you were hoping to find down here, I advise you to turn around and leave. I have got guards posted with orders to fire on you.
Incoming!
I notice you're not helping there.
Gotta find cover!
We made it!
Oh, I killed Reed too? Ah. Okay. Now to find our way out. Alright, you bastards are free to go. Return to the unreliable. Now before I do, let's go talk to the mechanical labs. Got Hawthorne to give his stuff to. Alright, here we go. Learn your mechanicals, pal. I think you're gonna need it.
Any luck finding one of those manuals?
Today's your lucky day, Thomas. I got one of those data pads. I got the last one, actually.
No kidding. Really? Well, which one?
The last one.
The geothermal plant? Now that is just incredible. You really went exploring down there? Adelaide always told us it was swarming with hostile mechanicals.
It was.
That's a complete set. All 3 parts. I'm gonna be the greatest engineer Halcyon's ever seen. Aside from you, Ms. Parvati. I swear, I'll do you proud.
I'm glad we could help, Thomas.
I've been saving something for you. Just a little contraption I found. Should fit
Electrocharged
right into your
circuits.
outfit.
I should go. Alright, let's talk to Adelaide, see if she's got any...
You hear that? That low, pleasant hum of electricity? It whispers across the Vale like the winds of change. You've done well.
I feel like I
I
have.
would have paid my last 5 bits to see the look on Reed's face when the last lamp in town burnt out and the cannery fell to silence.
Is there a reason you're holding a grudge against a dead man?
My son worked in that cannery. When the plague started coming, he was one of the first to fall sick. We had a store of medicine locked away, but Reed refused to treat him. Said my boy didn't deserve treatment. Said the medicine would have been wasted on him. So I buried my boy in the cemetery, gathered my belongings, and left. That's as much of the story as you need to hear.
That's all I need to hear. You can hate the town hall all you like, but it won't bring your son back.
Blunt as a hammer. But you're right. Nothing can undo the past. Time's come to look toward the future. We'll grow, I expect. A lot of workers out there with nowhere else to go.
A lot more mouths to feed, too.
Not as many as you'd think. We're not about to let the whole town join our flock. Just the ones willing to renounce their corporate loyalties and live the way nature intended. I am curious. Why did you help us? You don't know who we are. You don't owe us a thing. The plant's crawling with mechanicals, so it stands to reason you risked your life.
Well, between your camp and Reed's cannery, I thought yours was the better way of life.
You're not quite like anyone else I've met. You haven't had your consciousness programmed by the board. You're welcome among us if you're ever so inclined.
I can't stop thinking on Edgewater, Captain. I'm glad the deserters are gonna be all right now they got power, but what about the town? All those people.
They just gotta come here. Alright, off to fix my ship. And let's go to the landing site. Still quiet around here. Let's fix our ship and see what else is in store for us.
Is this your ship? Oh my stars, she is just so handsome! Does she have a name yet? What's her drive model? Oh, gosh. Listen to me babbling. When I was in Edgewater, I dreamed of flying on a real ship, working on a real engine, belonging to a proper crew. Edgewater won't last another season without power, but that don't change the fact that I'm indentured to Spacer's Choice. Company expects me back at my post.
Those deserters left Edgewater behind. There's nothing here stopping you from doing the same.
I have imagined it, but until you came along, I never thought I had the choice. I want to ask you something, and you can say no, but can I come with you? I could tend to your engine. I know my G-valves from my catalyzers, and I can keep your ship singing. And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back, I can do that too. What do you think?
I'd be glad to have you along. Pick a cabin. It's yours.
Yes! I mean, thanks. You won't regret this, mister. Captain. I can call you Captain now. Ha! I got a captain.
You're funny. Alright, let's go find that engine room. Repair these engines. I can remember where that was. There it is. Now, let's go talk to Ada. Ow! Okay, that was wrong to jump off there. Oh, okay. Still only human.
Captain, I have detected that the town of Edgewater is now without power. I appreciate you doing your part to hasten their demise.
What?
What can I do for you, Captain?
I've installed the power regulator.
All systems are operating within acceptable parameters. I am prepared to bring the unreliable into low-altitude orbit. This should prove an adequate test of our flight capabilities.
Let's get out of here. Go, baby, go.
We have received a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Good. I've been waiting to hear from him. Put him through.
Aha, there you are. Hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain. Horrible way to die.
His own
How
fault.
are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you.
I've been feeling a little lightheaded, and also I can slow down time.
Oh, that, yes, that's probably permanent. I wouldn't worry about it, though. I'm sure you're fine.
I'm sure I am.
What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me, help us, find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists. Gladys Culkelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay.
So why do I need a nav key to land on a planet?
Strictly speaking, Monarch is a moon, terraformed badly, and almost completely lawless. You'll love it.
Lovely.
Captains don't fly their own ships, you see. Your navigation terminal handles the, navigation. Think of a nav key as a set of flight instructions. The board's been confiscating nav keys for Stellar Bay, so we must rely on unconventional means of acquisition. Hence, Miss Gladys Culkelly.
Right. Black Marketeer.
Gladys and I have been doing business for years. Her smuggling credentials are unimpeachable. If anyone can get you a key to Monarch, it's her.
So what's stopping me from just leaving Halcyon altogether?
Without a skip drive, good luck. You'll be dead before you make it to the nearest star.
That's true.
Look, I admire your optimism, but the sad truth is you're stuck here. You, me, and the rest of this colony. We're all skating precariously around the edge of oblivion together. None of us are leaving Halcyon alive, so we may as well make it a better place, and we can start by reviving the Hope.
Fine. I'll go have a word with Gladys.
Excellent. I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design, cutting-edge technology years ahead of its time. I call it the Holographic Shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll find it in the captain's quarters.
I'll put it to good use. Thanks.
Excellent. I'll contact you once you've found a way to get to Stellar Bay. If you have any questions, come see me in my lab. And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth and power, but it's a lie. The board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're going to run this colony to the ground.
Transmission ended. If you are ready to depart, please select a destination on your navigation terminal.
Got it. Alright, let's check this ship out. Oh, let's check this orbit out. Oh. Very nice. Okay, so last time we were here, all the doors were locked. Let's check and see what we got going on here. There's providing. So I believe we had access in here before via the catwalks. But there was the captain's quarters. Oh, what a lovely view. Holographic Shroud. Access to restricted areas provided you have the correct ID cartridge from that area. Restricted areas are off limits to unauthorized personnel and result in being attacked on site. What in the world? Pick up Reed's hat. Forged under pressure, this decorative skull is carved from volcanic rock. Sometimes when forced with a choice, the only proper response is to annihilate the people asking you to make it. Which is kind of what I did. So, messages from Alex Hawthorne. Oh, lots of stuff here. Alright. From Bedford. My previous message telling me I'm mailing you a copy of my favorite serial, The Space Adventures of a Singularity Steel. It's about a daring space pirate with a heart of steel. Well, steel. It's not exactly border-proof, so don't go showing it around to your spacer buddies. I hope it'll amuse you while you're adventuring. Any similarities to a certain someone are entirely intentional. Okay. Logs. Titled Shrink Ray. Remember this later, no better. Ada, remind me weekly to check this log until I tell you to stop. Yes, I mean continually. No, Ada, not if I'm dead. Why would you even ask that? Back to my point. I saw in actuality, with my own 2 eyes, a sublimely powerful weapon in Wells' lab, just sitting there for the taking. If the gray hair were to look away and forget about it, maybe. Or if I had asked a smidgen more nicely. He called it a shrink ray, but wouldn't let me test that claim after I lost my temper. Said he was inspired to create the thing by the achievement of other scientists who had dared to push the boundaries of human knowledge and decency laws. I'd heard rumors of fantastical weapons like this one, weapons that pushed the boundaries of the mind and science's cutting edge, but I figured they were just stories. To be honest, laying eyes on Wells' shrink ray firsthand is enough to make a fellow wonder if there's more to the rumors. More to be had. Hammer power? I got sloshed. I mean, I was imbibing at the Lost Hope on the Groundbreaker. I shamelessly but subtly eavesdropped on 2 Mardettes yammering on about a mad scientist some years back who claimed he'd made a huge discovery that would change the fate of the colony. Like none of us had ever heard that one before. But here's the good part. The Mardet said the mad scientist kept yelling about the hammer's power or something similar. A strange weapon with a special power created by a crazy lab coat. Sure fits the bill. Could be another one of the weapons that inspired Wells. There's just too much here. Why won't Wells just give the shrink ray to me? Let's... Okay. Let's pop out of here. So, do I have inventory junk? Model spaceship. So if I drop this onto my desk, little model spaceship. Okay. Well, a bin I could put things in. What other fabulous treasures are to be unlocked on here? What? There's no response from the automatical unit. A serial number etched on his chest includes the letter Sam. Alright, we'll leave the automechanical alone. What is this room? Oh, a photo of Parvati's father. Okay, so this must be Parvati's room. Alright, we won't mess with it. The modern steel wrench and you. Banged up toolbox full of modified tools with unique mechanical usages. Digging around in here would be an easy way to lose a finger to a sawtooth blade. First wrench Dad ever gave me. She's been a friend ever since. Parvati. Okay. How did she get all this on board the ship? We got... Okay, so clearly we've got room for other crew members. And what do we got here? The loo. And this is storage. I feel like I'm the captain on the Firefly. Always a proud brown coat.
Yeah, so this is my hidey spot now. I was looking for a place that was quiet. I figured the kitchen would be louder than the hold, so here I am. Cozy-like, ain't it?
What do you think of the ship?
That's in pretty good shape considering how hard Mr. Hawthorne ran it. It's a Yakita LHA 120, A2 model, I'm pretty sure. The Block 2 design scooshed in extra cargo space, but didn't change the stock engines. Probably a touch underpowered, huh?
Accurate in all particulars. I conclude you are Edgewater's board-certified mechanic.
That's the ship's computer, Ada. She's not intelligent, but she does a good job imitating it.
So you're gonna call her it, not she?
Though my voice is currently pitched to suggest female, I possess no gender. Any pronoun preferred by the user is acceptable.
Well, I did
Hello!
say she.
I am not a board-certified mechanic, but my dad was. He taught me all he knew. Do you understand?
Speech recognition is one of the many skills I have been programmed to simulate.
You're not simulating it, you're doing it! I asked a question and you answered it.
I am gratified you consider this facsimile convincing.
Ada, Parvati will be fixing you from now on. I expect your full cooperation.
I am at your disposal, Ms. Parvati. You will find the technical schematics in the engineer's locker, though I'm afraid Captain Hawthorne has lost the owner's manual.
Of course.
I don't see any holes in the hull. I'll take a good squint at her, make sure everything's tip-top. But I think we're cooking with plasma torches. You can do that, you know. My dad taught me how to make grilled cheese sandwiches with a plasma torch.
Oh, that sounds good right now. So did you learn your trade from your father? It sounded like it when you were talking to Reed.
Mostly, yeah. I lived in the maintenance office near all my life. Mr. Thompson never let me forget how funny that was.
I don't see the humor.
He meant funny as in odd. It's not normal for anyone to do as their parents. You take a vocational test. That decides your schooling and your career. When I tested out for maintenance, everyone figured it was on account of my dad. They were real unhappy with us.
Why would people be unhappy about you getting a maintenance job?
Because they were hoping their own kid would get the job and get sent back to Edgewater. When folk go away for schooling, they don't get back to where they begun. Not usually. You go straight to your first job, wherever the company's got an opening.
That's unbelievably cruel.
Well, it ain't exactly cruel to have the promise of a paying job. And that's all it is. You go where the company needs you, where your skills do the most good.
But you're actually good at this, and you enjoy it.
Well, I'm good at making things work the way they ought. Not so much at doing such to somebody else's schedule. There's times I'm working deep in the guts of a loader, getting it all running perfect. Then I look up to see it's tomorrow, and I've blown another deadline. Anyhow, I was happy to get back home. I didn't care much for schooling.
You didn't like your classes?
Oh, there were a whole lot of reading, not nearly enough doing. Like, before they'd issue you a wrench, they wanted an essay on the design of different wrenches.
Yeah, I get that.
Then there'd be quizzes on company regulations for storage and maintenance of wrenches.
So what do you do in your time off?
As soon as I got permission, I spent all my time in the machine shop. They had all manner of parts, but they didn't want me using them, so I had to sneak them sometimes.
Good for you.
I even slept in there. Had a hammock tied up in the rafters. Before I left, I installed a little skylight for myself, so I could see the stars.
Did you build anything fun?
When an engine came in, I'd strip it down and rebuild it. I mostly built for myself. Custom tools, little mechanical critters to talk to. When my roommates tried to talk, I'd get so nervous I'd be drenched in sweat. It was easier for everybody when I stayed off on my own. I doubt any of them remember me now.
You're so easy to talk to. So after school, you moved straight back to Edgewater.
Yep, nothing much had changed. Everything was a little grayer, a little dirtier. Dad met me at the shuttle and gave me a big ol' hug. I noticed straight away that he was moving slower and stiffer. He made a little grunt when I squeezed.
Did you get much time with him after that? After you got back from school?
About a year. I tried to do more of the work so he could rest. His heart gave him pains. Dad never said that he loved me, you know? I knew on account of him showing it. How he'd stay up late to help with my projects or listen to my fretting. Oh gosh, look at the time. Sorry to bend your ear so long. And I got so much to do before this ship's in decent shape.
All right then. We'll just call it break time's over. So, are there any more oh, what is this? Is this storage? Is this lockers? Transition to Edgewater's landing pad. Don't really want to do that now. Oh, this is where we came in. I see. About blew myself out into space. Did these restock? That's interesting. Okay. So we need to select a destination here, I guess. Oh, isn't that interesting? Use the system map to travel to planets, asteroids, and labs in the Halcyon system. Terra 2, Phineas Lab, Groundbreaker, Typhon, Skyla. There's Monarch. Alright, let's find out. Welcome to the system map. Well, I was just there. You can fly your ship to any locations you have unlocked, though some landing bays require special codes and keys before they allow you to land. I like that. Traveling between planets is considered dangerous, and all employees and passengers are suggested to stay at home. Something like that. Went too quick.